Welcome. We are back with another Fatherhood Movement podcast. I am joined with my co-host,
Braxton Starks.
and we have a special guest,
Izzy.
Izzy, aka
Two-shot reckless.
Two Shot Reckless. Okay,
Or AKA now too.
what's yours?
I'm like, be nasty.
Be nasty, and I'll just go with Chris. But we got a good topic today. I really want to get into. So we want to talk about the cost of silence. Right, the cost of silence. What does that even mean? So men, we often suffer in silence, and we think we are doing it so that we are protecting other people, right? In fact, I have a friend. He had a health issue, and he decided he didn't want to tell anybody about his health issue, and he just wanted to say it after I already fixed it. Then I'm gonna come and talk to you about it. But I say you gotta let people pray for you. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
You don't know what you out here blocking by not sharing what's going on. So we don't like to do that. We don't like to share. We like to keep everything to ourselves, and there is a cost to that. And so what I would like to talk about is the cost of that silence. How does that show up in our lives? What does that take from us? What does it cost us? For instance, the cost of silence is chronic stress, right? If you're not sharing what's going on with you, which we don't like to do, then we're going to be chronically stressed because we're dealing with it. And our body's telling us to do something with it, but we're just suppressing, right? We're just gritting our teeth and toughing through it. And it hurts us. But let me ask y'all, have y'all ever had to deal with that, just that, saying, all right, well, I got something that's bothering me. It's really affecting me, but I don't want to burden anybody. I don't want to stress anybody out.
Most definitely.
How does that show up in your life?
Man, I done had times where I come to my ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew if I asked somebody, it would put them in an awkward position to have to tell me no.
Okay.
And I didn't want to put them in that position. And so I would just sit there and deal with it. And then everybody like, well, you seem funny or you seem like this or you distant.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm distant. I need this much money. It's this amount of time because it's also an integrity thing to me. Like, and people don't think about that. Like, as men, we have a certain level of integrity that you want to stick to. And so I have this agreement with a landlord or this type of person, and I'm not meeting it. It feel like I'm not who I say I am. And so I'm stressed about that. Then I'm stressed about what kind of image am I showing my woman or my kids, you know what I'm saying? Back then I didn't really have them, but if I was in a situation now, like, that would be my thought. Like, what am I showing my kids and my woman, like, if I'm not able to provide? And then, it'll have me in a vicarious situation.
Man, so this is interesting. This even goes with like communicating relationship issues, right? Like we don't want to expose our kids to it, right? But and I don't know about money challenges because we don't want to stress our youngins, but sometimes they gotta know how we work through some things, right? So like we can't hide everything from them. I'm not saying you should tell them we're not gonna have a place to stay. I don't think we should ever do that, right?
My mom did that too.
Yeah.
My mom got in the bed with me one time when I was like 12 and was like, I don't know how we're gonna pay our bill.
Woo-wee.
And I'm like,
yeah, what did it do to you?
It made me who I am. I have to work. I have to provide. I have to my detriment. I have to make sure the family is taken care of. Like, my thing was, I want to get older so I can help provide for you.
Yeah.
Like, the moment I can get a job, I got one.
Right.
And did my best to make sure everything for me was taken care of to take that burden off of my parents and my folks.
It'll give you a hustle, but then it's also traumatic. But as a child, you don't know how to deal with it.
No.
You don't really learn how to deal with it until much later on in life.
Most definitely.
Right? And you've already done probably damage all along the way as you've hustled and grinded. Izzy, when we talk about the cost of silence, what does that bring up for you? Like, how has that impacted your life? Like Braxton was talking about situations in the past where he wasn't able to pay rent and the stress that he dealt with. What are some things that have affected you, but you didn't feel comfortable sharing in that with anybody?
Well, for me, I try to take things a day at a time, moment at a time, but that affects me almost every day as far as the suffering and silence, because I feel like during the week, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as how my day's going to go at work, how the day's going to go once I pick up my child. And sometimes I may not have the gas money for that day. I may not have the lunch money for that day. And I can't really ask nobody because they're not going to provide it. So I have to figure it out. I have to go through my day at work, not try to cuss anybody out or go off the rails. I have to stay focused, get through the day, then go pick up my child and try to ignore the mother and whatever she tries to bring up and get my son and figure it out, make it happen.
How it make you feel though? How that make you feel?
Overall, I feel good because I'm there for my son. At least I can have this experience.
Sure.
Because I didn't have a father.
That's nice.
So at least I can go through these stress and problems and figure it out versus not doing shit at all.
Yeah. So you just put a positive spin. You choose to focus on the positive.
Try to find any positivity in a negative situation.
Man, I love that.
That's dope.
That's a bar right there, and that's what we need to live by. That, you know, that's what we need to be thankful. I remember even just being in a small group at church one time, and they were talking about you know, praising and worshiping, and I was like, if it's God, why do we need to praise Him all the time? Why we gotta worship Him? You know what I'm saying? Like, God knows my heart, right? So why I even gotta do this outward showing of praise and worship? And they said it's not for God, it's for you.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, okay. So if you walk around, oh, thank God for this, thank God for that, it's much different than, God, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. Why, God? You know, that kind of thing. Because the other thing too is it attracts. What was that book, Law of Attraction? That was real big. Yeah, my dad loved that book. But it's real, right? You put out something and you get that in return. And so when you walking around, you know, being thankful that you got to figure out a way and be there for your son, thankful to have a son, thankful to have a relationship with him, is far different than, oh my God, God, he's just so expensive. I got to figure out what to do with him. That's going to affect you. Yeah, so that's good.
I don't even really, I needed that right now.
Yeah.
Bro. Oh God, I was listening to some Deion Sanders the other day, and Deion was like, "Don't be mad about your life because somebody else that are glad it's changed places with you right now.
That's real.
With everything that you think bad, and messed up, and ain't good. And you know, for me, bro, I just always be like you say, I live in the future more than I do in the present, like you would called out earlier. And it's like, bro, in the present, I be like, prison cool, bro, whatever, fuck. But I want to get here. And so I look so far ahead that I never think about where I'm at.
But like they say, how God supposed to bless you with more if you're not taking care of managing what you got right now?
Talk to him.
That's real.
That's dope.
That's real.
That's dope.
You know what? As you were talking, it made me think of something else, right? If you have unspoken hurt, unspoken pain, rather than dealing with that, you can just create emotional distance because you don't know how to deal with it.
But what's necessarily emotional distance?
Emotional distance is like you going through some things and you don't know how to express these to people that I'm going through some things, so you just disengage. Like, I'm not even gonna deal with you, right? Or people always hurt me, so I'm not going to get close to people.
That's me.
Right? So many people walk around doing that. And so like we figure out how to push through, right? We just say, you know what, I'm gonna lock this away and I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna be successful or whatever it may be. However, you don't develop emotionally to where you can say, all right, this really hurt me. And rather than me shut everybody off, rather than me just turn the lights off, I want to tell you it hurt me, and maybe I need a little space. There's a therapist, is powerful, man. Matt Genius. He's over there in like Ladonia, and he talks about capacity. And he'll say like, look, he'll even tell somebody, look, I love you. I don't have the capacity to deal with you in this moment. So let me go ahead and deal with my kids and all that, and I'm gonna call you when I have the space, right? So emotional distance, you said that's you. When I said that, you kind of pointed yourself and you felt that. Talk to me about that.
I have, like I say, I always say on these that I don't really have too many just friends.
You know.
And it's because I've been like, I think I'm like the giving friend or the friend that get taken advantage of. Because I'm like I try to be the nice guy. I try to be the nice guy because I grew up, I feel like being the mean guy.
Yeah.
And so I do my best to be the nice guy, and then I feel like I'm getting taken advantage of. And I always feel like if I tell you how you hurt me or what you did to me, that you might not be able to receive it, or maybe I'm going to be mean about it, or I might put my hands on you. And so instead of saying it, I just don't say nothing. Right. I just disengage from the relationship completely. And I'm going through something like that right now with what you know about the Florida gig. That was going to be with one of my, what I would have thought was my Atlanta friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like, bro, I handled the situation so wrong to me. And I won't even have a conversation with him to let him know it's like we're not friends no more. I never speak to you.
Right.
And it's like, dang.
Because we learn to be light switch people. This is something I like to talk about is I'll show a picture of a light switch and a dial and say, we know how to do this. You know, I F with you or I don't. You know what I'm saying? You cool, you not, whatever it is. So we're speaking or we're not speaking. So we just cut them off. We just, I didn't like what you did, cut you off. Blah, it's a wrap. Well, really what we need to do if we're having healthy relationships, long-term healthy relationships, we need to say, I didn't like what you did. Maybe I need to kind of watch myself with you a little bit. Maybe I need to dial you back a little bit. Maybe I gave you trust that you didn't earn, right? I extended you more trust than you really should have. You didn't qualify for all this trust that I gave you, but I gave it to you anyways. And so let's reevaluate. Let me take some of this trust back. I still have a relationship with you, but I don't trust you with this thing.
Can I give you a different perspective?
Come on.
What if, like you say, you don't really mess with people, you don't really like people? What if God put these people in your life for a reason? Just because you don't like people, so he gonna force these people to be in your life so you can deal with them because you gonna have to.
That's what my lady said. My lady said, what you gotta realize that God keep putting certain people in your life for you to learn something. And so they come and then you learn. And I learned what you just said, which was like boundaries. And then also understanding did you earn this level of love from me in this moment? Or am I just doing what I like, giving you so much of me because I'm not used to having people around me? It's like you moved into the father thing the other week. You know, I'm like, I was quick to just, I'm Braxton. I'm gonna let you see all of me real quick. And then it's like, make your evaluation. I'm making mine too.
Right.
Who I'm gonna talk to and who I'm not gonna talk to. And I'd rather see everything up front than see it later. Because once we in, I got you. Like, I'm gonna treat you like I know you 10 years if I like you from the first day.
Right.
I'm definitely.
Okay, so you just own. I'm on.
I'm on.
It's all good. It's all love. We gonna be whatever we gonna be. Let's see where this goes. We're in the future with this kind of situation.
Definitely.
And then you do something I don't like, and now it's off.
It's off.
It's all the way off.
It's all the way off.
Yeah.
There's another form of suffering or silence.
Hell yeah. No,
it is, bro. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Realizing I'm crying on the way home, bro. Nah, bro, like it's definitely a way.
Like you say, you always, I don't know how to fake it. So if
I don't know if he do either. He just don't.
If I'm in the crowd and the joke not funny, I'm not gonna laugh.
Right.
I'm not gonna be impressed by certain things where everybody like. I'm not gonna follow the crowd. Like I do my own thing. So, but is that to me? I'll be suffering because it's like I don't get the joke. I'm not in with everybody. I'm just to myself most of the time.
Sure.
No. I hope that's not suffering for you because, bro, we all got like our individual thing that make us tick and turn. You know what I'm saying? And like if I don't get the joke, I ain't gonna laugh. Or if I don't, I'm not gonna fake it either. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a thing for me. Like I can't.
But for you to say that, so you always owned.
No, I'm all the way on, all the way off.
Right.
If I'm with,
there's no in between.
Hell no.
It's one or the other.
Either we boys for life or we ain't. Either we down the hill or we not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you not with me, I'm not with you. Like ain't no halfway. We can't be partial friends. And then if I got it, you got it. I don't care. We just met each other. Like if I like you, I like you. Cause I feel like I'm good with discernment, but I haven't been. Like brother, like bro. Like,
all right, just for you to say that. Okay, so. Well, my point was, when people come in your life, do you feel like they're supposed to be in your life, whatever, God? But say if my philosophy is God said it's not how somebody treats you, it's how you treat them. So most of my life, I've always been good to people, no matter how wrong they've been to me. But I'm not going to let that change who I am. I'm not going to stop being who I am because you did me that way. I can't stop being a good person or having a good heart because you did me a certain type of way.
No, I'm in alignment with that. Like even based on what Chris said. Chris was like, well, that's when you evaluate. The reason why it's hard for me to do that is because I feel like I have to stop being myself. Because I'm all the way on. You got it. Like, I can't be in it. And I'm like, well, I know you're going to fuck me over eventually. Or you did me like this because I would never do you like this. And that's one of my sayings. Like, once you do something I wouldn't do, I can't deal with you. And it do hurt, bro. Like, it hurt because, like, I got a friend and I made a real good friend when I was in Atlanta. Right. And I ain't never got over it. Like, every time if he talk about it, it just be like, damn. Because he knew his wife. They was cool. And me and bro, I started business with him. I always start business with all my friends. I make sure they gonna make some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm putting him on gigs. He was good at what he did. We both running. We created some shit. I called all the superstar people I know. I had them come through. And we was making money. And I was just like, let's split the money, you know, all up everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? If fucking just split the money up. So we doing that. We started hitting. Like, it got popular as fuck. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Content Sunday, but I created it. And it got popular as fucking in now, bro. Cause every week we had a different superstar come through. And bro, the money got to the point where bro don't start beefing about the money. And I'm like, no, why we beefing about the money? I ain't real. We just all get the same. Like, treat it like when we were making 500. Next thing you know, me and him do another gig. And I lose the footage. I lost the footage. The footage got deleted. And bro, it's just like, his reaction to it wasn't like normal. And we in this field, you know, you gonna lose footage every now and then. Lost footage, call me bitch, fuck nigga, this, that, punk ass nigga, like this, that. And he's skinny, bro. Like, he a small dude. Like, this real, I could hurt him. You know what I'm saying? But it hurt my feelings so bad because, bro, like, you doing this to me, talking about opportunity because I lost footage for fucking Glossa, the other chick from Glorilla and shit. And then I still made a way to give him the product that he was supposed to get from me. Cause I haven't recorded my cell phone too. So I still had other footage. So I was able to cut it up and give you some good shit that the girl still posted and was happy with. But by this point, you can call me all types of names. You told me this. And I'm like, bro, I never said that to you. Like, we hang out with each other, kids, bro. We go to the party together. Like, I ain't told you like some shit about my family and all my past. Like, I ain't opened up to you, bro. And you play me like that off one little man.
Is that a form of accountability? Because I've been telling myself lately, I got to stop collecting the red flag.
Damn, that's deep. Hell yeah, bro.
You'll see it, and you'll still be cordial or be there. But the whole time, you just collecting red flags and keep letting the same thing happen.
I think we have to develop a level of sophistication the way we deal with people. And it's something I'm still learning as well, where you see red flags, and that's red flags can be yellow flags, right? Like proceed with caution, or you don't overextend yourself. Like we're talking about, like giving you more than what you earned, what you deserve, or what you're qualified for. Like red flags, I don't know. Red flags are judgment, right? You're making a judgment on somebody, and I'm not qualified to judge. You know, I try to leave that to God. But if I do trust my gut, you know, I do try to listen to God, and I try to. I said. I tried to, right?
And red flags will make me emotionally distance myself from somebody.
Well, because maybe you should. Like, if somebody's cussing you out, calling you out your name, maybe you shouldn't be with that person. You know, maybe you shouldn't interact with that because that's always going to be there. But if it's something smaller and it's not as disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? Those are the kind of things I'm talking about, like where we don't need to cut them off. Especially like, you know, romantic relationships. We cut people off so quick. But it's like, no, man, in love, in relationships, especially when you got families, we're all fathers.
No,
not everybody. I'm not saying everybody, right? I know your situation, but not everybody. But we be cutting people off so quick, and we go out here and go get another relationship, and we cut that person off too, right? And so that's where, again, if we bring it back, we talk about the hurt, creating emotional distance, because we can't just say, man, it really hurt my feelings when I called you up and you just got off the phone real quick. Or, you know, something small like that where you're supposed to just chalk it up, just ignore.
The way you just said that, I feel like majority of my relationships worked out if we said that right in that moment, rather than letting time go past and then saying it.
Absolutely. You gotta address it, man. And that's a lot of that is on us. As men, we need to be the ones to take the lead in that space and say, like, and even if I'm not good at it, try, right? Be open and honest. Be vulnerable. You hurt my feelings. You know, we don't say that much.
But did you hear yourself? Okay, what if we take accountability?
Yeah.
And she can't. We stop and been the man and recognize the situation, but she's not ready or accepting the conversation in that moment. What are we supposed to do? Be the bigger person? Just let it slide? That's a red flag to me that we're collecting. Well, why can't you express yourself if I'm being vulnerable with you and trying to address the situation in the moment so we can get a solution right then and there rather than prolonging it? You're prolonging it at that point.
Yeah.
I'm not prolonging it no more. You're prolonging it. Sure. That's a red flag.
Sure. I don't keep time and I don't keep occurrences in my relation.
Don't keep score.
Yeah, I don't keep scoring my what do they call those type of relationships? My sexual not my
Romantic.
my romantic relationships. I don't keep
Maybe
scoring.
it isn't romantic. It's just sex.
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm romantic. That's hey, bro. That's my lady forever.
Yeah,
I ain't
for sure,
never leaving
for
this
sure.
woman. But man, I don't keep score because I know it's sometimes that she come to me and I don't have no accountability in the moment because what you did right then just really pissed me off. And I ain't gonna really say too much. We ain't finna sit here and argue with each other. You know what I'm saying? We've been together too long to sit here and argue. I know I want to be with you. You know you want to be with me. Cool. You mad about what I did? I'm mad about what you did. I ain't gonna say too much. But then when I think about it, if she already took accountability, apologize, this and that, show something, or if I realize I'm wrong, I'm gonna come back. I don't care. If it take 2 days, if it take a couple of hours, I'm gonna come back and let you know I'm wrong. And then with her, when she wrong, and she don't say she wrong, and I didn't point it out and let her know, I give her time to have accountability. And sometimes she gonna say it, but then sometimes she won't say it, but I can tell that she know. She come back and be a little extra nice. She do something. So you gotta give them time to take accountability.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if they never do, you know what I'm saying? Find a time when it's not war time to address it. Like if she never take accountability about something, when it's not war time, I'll be like, girl, and you know you're wrong the other day. And then, you know, we can laugh about it, joke about it, and really like, I went wrong because you did this. Well, then now I got a new perspective too. And then I know how to tread water.
The beauty of relationships, the closer you are, the less you have to say, right? So it's more about what you do. So if you model accountability, they will pick up accountability. Your kids will pick it up. Your lady will pick it up. And if she don't, then it's maybe that's not for you. But it takes time. If you go from learning not to be accountable to now all of a sudden now I'm in a relationship where it's okay to be accountable or he's being accountable, it's gonna take you a while to learn that. And that's where we gotta be patient.
No, definitely.
You know, and like you said, that's where you can't keep scoring.
No, definitely.
All right.
Ever.
But I mean, if I feel like a relationship, if they're not willing to work, that's probably when it's like, all right, this won't work.
Gotcha.
You know, but if somebody's willing to accept their faults and work in it, like I said, they may not say it right away. They may not say it in the moment. But if they're willing to put some work in, okay, now we got something we can work with. And I can be patient and do those things. But if you got somebody like, nah, I'm not doing it, you're the problem. I don't have any problems. That's a tough.
You gotta go then.
Yeah.
And you can't, because all of us can be problems at the same time. You know what I let my girl.
All of us are, yeah.
Yeah, I know I can be a problem, but with her, I do my best not to emotionally distance myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't emotionally distance myself from my kids either. You know what I'm saying? It's like all outside pain if I'm emotionally distance. Like, I don't speak to my mom. That shit hurt. To be honest, because I don't speak to my mom because it's just like, bro, you hurt me. Why I gotta apologize to you? Because if I do something wrong to my kids, I don't care how old they get, what they, I want to apologize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wait on you to make amends with that shit.
See, we sit different with that. So for me, like I said, I told y'all earlier previously, my mom learned how to be mama. So you only got one mom. So regardless of what they do or what they're going through, you gotta give them some type of leeway or benefit of the doubt because what if they was past away?
Bro. I mean, I care, bro, but I'll be honest with you, and I just be open book, bro. No, bro, my mama is like waging war against me about my son. So when I came to Atlanta, my baby mama had my son, and she no longer wanted him because she felt like I was out here free living my life. Cause in Bama, everybody thought I was rich and just famous. Cause I'm always with famous folks. Like, I'm always with somebody, and I'm like, I'm not getting paid to be around these somebodies. Right. And so everybody had a different view, and she was like, well, I'm gonna go out there back then, now I ain't do the same. I'm gonna go up too, party and shit. I'm like, but anyway, she sent my son to my mama instead of giving him to me. And so my mama took my son and did not want to give me my son. And she made it where like, you got to do this to get him. I had been had a spot. She said, your spot ain't big enough. My spot about to be hers. Then it got to, you don't have a regular job. So how do I know if you make good money? So instead of running as an entrepreneur, I went and found like a contracted job that I could show like, hey, I'm making this on paper.
See, my perspective, you're not wrong. Let me start there. You're not wrong. But your mom probably seen it in a different light to where, like we were saying about me, how my mom see me, she see you in a different light to where she feel like she has to get the stability to what you said earlier and the structure for him. And she don't see that in what you're doing or how you getting it because she don't understand how you're getting it or how you doing it.
You said exactly what she be saying. But my thing with that is, when I was with you growing
It's
up,
wrong. It ain't right.
it wasn't no stability for me growing up, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't have no stability.
You know that when it comes grandma day, it's a whole nother ball.
I feel
what it was like for them.
I feel that, and then if it's just like if
Because
you
the
ain't
wisdom with the age and the growth, they got the structure and the stability at that age to where they can do it now. And all how y'all went through went out the window. Now it's a whole new, I have to do it the right way for this child because this is my grandchild versus my own child.
But my thing is, let me make my mistakes. Let me figure it out too. Because you got to figure it out.
That's what.
And then it's like,
That's why I said it was wrong for her to do it. Like,
yeah, and I just want, like, with her, it's just more like, I need our relationship. Like, you more worried about your grandson. What about your son? Like, she hit my daddy the other day and was like, I ain't talked to my grandson since December. Nigga, you ain't talked to your son. What about me? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's wrong with me to be like, damn, why you don't want to connection with me? Like, I'm out here doing it. I was the first out the block to have my own spot. I was the first out the block to get married. I was the first out the block.
think about like how I think about it. It is wrong as a male and to be your mama gonna, if you can do it and you show them, just like a job, you show them that one time, that's the standard, that's the curriculum. They think you got it. That's my one son that's gonna do what he need to do, he gonna survive and make it happen. I ain't gotta worry about it. That's a fucked up mentality and mindset, but that's how they think. So to them, you always good because you always made a way, you always proved. Even though I ain't gonna say it or I ain't gonna show you, but since you've been out here doing it, that's how I think of you. And I'm not gonna tell you that.
But I need her to say that shit, bro. I ain't gonna care. I got her.
Too much pride. I got old school.
I don't know. You know
So she feel like she did that.
You know who Lady Gaga is?
Huh?
Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Her manager, Troy Carter. He on Shark Tank. We were doing an interview in Cali, and Ray Daniel was telling my story, and he told it a little wrong. But there was one thing that he said that the reason why he didn't turn me around when I wasn't qualified was because when I was in the interview, I told him I just want to show my mom I can be more than a truck driver. And I ain't did that. And ain't nobody said kudos. Ain't nobody slapped me. And, bro, I ain't got my son. I take care of my son. I take care of my daughter. I take care of everybody in my household. And ain't nobody said job well done.
Yeah.
But my girl parent, my girl mama hugged me one day. And she said, I want you to know you're doing a good job. Nigga, I ain't never heard that. My daddy don't call me and tell me you doing a good. My mama don't call me and tell me. My grandma don't call me. Don't nobody call me and say you doing a good job. And I'm doing better than everybody, bro. And so for me, it's like, that's why even now what I'm doing right now don't feel good because it ain't good enough for my folks to say you did it.
That shouldn't matter because
It
God made somebody else do it. Just because your own people didn't recognize it or do it in that moment, he sent somebody else, like you just said, for them to do it.
I think it's so. You're correct in a way to say, like, yes, God, put other people in your life to do it, but it's your mom, it's your dad. There's no replacing that. We know that. We know that as fathers, nobody's replacing them. And a couple of things that you were sharing that made me think of. I'm talking about Matt Genius again. He talked about how he was able to start to repair his relationship with his father through his children. Right? So basically righting the wrongs that were done to him through his children and then getting that love reflected back to him was something that was healing for him. And then it put him in position to begin to have conversations with his dad and let him know, like, because it's weird, right? So they're the elders. But sometimes we learn some things, we experience some things, and now we know more or we're better equipped to do things than our parents were. And you got to go back and teach your parents. Right? And so there may be a time where you're able to do that. It may not be right now, but there may be a time where you say, hey, Mom, I love you. I know you love me, but I want to hear it. I know you're proud of me, but I really need to hear it. Because I hear when you're not, right? They'll say that. They'll let you know when they're not all day long, but they can't figure out a way to express themselves. And I've had to say that to my parents. I've had to say, now, they're not the exact same, right? So, but I'd have to say different things to my mom. Like, look, this is what I need from you, Mom, and she'll receive it. And again, later in the moment, but then she typically come back. I've shared stuff with my in-laws, like, look, this is what your daughter needs from me, and they can receive it, not right away, but they can receive it. So it's like we have a sit down conversation. It can be really healing, really therapeutic. Even if they don't give you the response, it's good for you to just get it out. Like, look, I need to let you know how I feel.
I got a question.
Yeah.
With this emotional distance, what if you have to be emotionally distanced because the people that you try to vent to don't do nothing but tell your business or throw it in your face?
I mean, bro,
That's a boundary. Yeah. That's a healthy boundary you got to establish.
To hold in what you want to vent.
To them, you have to hold it. You got to find somebody else.
I mean, I talked to my counselor, bro, but that shit don't do me justice.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
ooh, I want to touch on that.
For that,
I pay for him, but it's no, because I need, like I'm saying, I need that motherfucking, I need that affirmation.
Yeah.
Affirmation or the answer?
No, I need that affirmation from my mom. I need that. You right.
You need the answer to how to get the affirmation from your mom?
No, I don't need the answer. That's why I go to therapy, to get the answer. I need the affirmation from my mama. So when my counselor saying that your emotions is right, mean nothing to me. And my mama to say it.
Right.
Because like, bro, it was a point my mom was telling everybody. My mom was telling niggas that like I went to high school with that I don't speak to. Like we got beef. He a deadbeat dad. They on social media saying that about me. Then I had to show her one day. I sent this girl $20,000. She said, well, she didn't tell me she told me you ain't sending nothing. I'm like, you told me to send her the money instead of you. But you telling people that I ain't doing that. And at this point, I'm probably making like 30,000. I sent her 20. I wasn't eating, nigga. Like, you feel me? I wasn't eating, my dude. I wasn't able to build nothing or do nothing. When I was working in the music, I was making money. But it wasn't enough money to do nothing when I'm having to send money home. And then for it not to be acknowledged. I went home on Christmas before I started talking to everybody. And everybody, you know, like, yeah, that nigga dead.
So if you was to make it and be successful today, would you take care of your mother?
I'm already successful. But,
you know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Buy her a house, put her up. Because of what you're telling me right now, would you be willing to do any and everything and give her the world?
No, I got kids, bro. I got my shit.
That's why I said once you get successful to the.
I mean,
that's success. If money wasn't in consideration.
Yeah. If money wasn't a consideration at all, I make sure all my village straight.
What about your mother?
That's my village.
Okay.
My mom and my dad, everybody be straight about. If I had unlimited resources of money, if I'm Jeff Bezos, bro, I don't give a fuck. I need to live a good life and be straight.
So you know,
but when I give you my energy, when I give you
just emotionally distant right now because things not going the way.
Fuck no, bro. Like I said, I give you money, but I wouldn't give you me. That's different. Bro, at this point in my life, money really don't mean nothing besides like the maintenance of my life, like making sure the kids got what they need, the food and all of that. But it's not like nothing else. Like I don't love the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have that much and everything. Yeah, so like I can give my mama or my daddy or anybody like in my family whatever they need, but we'll get that fixed. I get them whatever they need, but I wouldn't give you me because you hurt me. You didn't hurt the money, you hurt me.
And I'm also hearing capacity as well. So like you distance yourself because of the pain they were putting you through, like real live pain happening right now and continuing to happen, right? But then you got us other stuff. You got issues with co-parenting, you got new children, you got a new relationship. So you probably don't have that bandwidth to go repair a relationship with your mother because you got to take care of home first.
There you go.
But there will come a time as you find, because you still not there right now because you got other stuff. But as you knock that stuff out and you feel in a better place, you can go repair that relationship with mom. Yeah, you can go do that.
Once I get the bandwidth, I don't even care to start the conversation. I don't have the bandwidth right now. All right, I got a kid on the way.
To repair before she wants to pay?
Hell yeah, I like to repair that shit because it don't make sense.
Life is so structured.
Yeah, it don't make sense. Like, everybody dying.
Once you pass, then are you the oldest or you
the youngest? I'm the oldest.
So everything will fall on your shoulders. You have to, life.
Bro, it's complicated. It's short. Like, I ain't gonna count. I watched my daddy bury his daddy. And my daddy and his daddy had beef. Like, I remember the last time I seen my granddaddy alive, I moved over with my daddy, and he was just telling my daddy how sorry of a football player and athlete he was. And my daddy said, you don't remember what type of athlete I was because you was on dope, nigga.
Like, they start stuck in their way.
Yeah, you going off of what you want to remember, but you putting false memories in your way because you wasn't never there, nigga.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he died. They never got nigga, he died like on our way to the house after this. And I remember when he was burying his daddy, bro. It was looking in his eyes that I never want in my like. I ain't never seen a person eyes say so much. Besides that, like he watching the casket go down, and it was like, and the lower the casket went, the more conversation was just getting buried inside his body. Like that he was gonna have to live with forever. I never forget that look, bro. Like that was like the most dangerous look I ever seen in my life. I know real killers, bro. I ain't never seen nobody with a look like that in their eyes, bro. And I don't want that. So now I won't be my mom to repair it, but we gotta repair it in a way that's where it's like mutual respect. Because like you don't realize what you did hurt me, and if I did something hurt you, you can tell me to. But you hurt me.
You got older kids. What he's saying, what I'm picking up, do you feel like at a certain, like, they say
better right there.
Respect your children or respect your parents. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
so I do. I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's a real issue that we have, and it's specific to Black families, I believe, where you feel like as a parent you're owed something, right? Now that you brought a child into this world, you were given the task to care for this child. However, you feel like, well, because I did care for you, now it was an investment. I want a return on my investment now. That's why, kids are like retirement plans for parents. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to take care of me. You don't hear that in white families. They don't say, oh, well, my son gets on and he's going to take care of it. They don't think like that. It doesn't happen.
I'm going through a dynamic right now.
I love this, right? Look.
My mother, she has recently found happiness with a partner.
Okay.
And she's about to move there with him.
Okay.
My twin sister recently, I wouldn't even say recent, 5, 6, 7 months ago, she got out of jail. My mother moved her into her apartment. The apartment's in my name and my mother's name. So she either wants me to move in with my sister or for her to find a roommate. I don't want to move in with my sister because she has 2 kids, and most of the time she out here chasing the nigga, rather than at home with my kids. And just recently, it was a monster truck show in Atlanta at State Farm. My baby mama paid for my nephew to go. My sister couldn't even pay it back. $50, $40. I had to pay for it. So to know all that, I'm not finna move into this spot and have to maybe pay your portion or some shit like that and fall back on my shit.
Yeah, you're not.
My mother got mad at me because she wants to take care of my sister. I'm not with that. She's mad because I don't want to move over there. She called me broke for staying with my uncle, not having gas money. I had to ask her. She only gave me like $13. She said I need to cut my hair because I might be one of these niggas on the news or something. And yeah, it's just like
what I hear a lot is when people don't know how to communicate with their loved ones, like how they truly feel in a situation, and it comes out because we learn how to snap, we learn how to joke and crack and all. We do that. We figure that out, right? And that's a form of affection coming up, right? But then you still do that with your family, with your loved ones, with your children. And it's like, oh, they know I love them. Well, how do they know that? You don't ever tell. All you say is, I don't like what he wearing, or his house is dirty, or he broke, or whatever. Like, that's just the way we learn to interact with each other. And it's not okay.
Let me add another aspect to it as well, though.
We got the why.
I have a family full of women. They can do something, and 10, 20, 30 minutes later, they act like they never done it.
Okay. Yeah.
My mama just texted me recently. Why don't you come over here with your son no more? After you get off. You just told me to cut my hair. You just told me I was broke. You just told me I was wrong as hell for staying where I stay at. Like, why would I turn around and pull back up to this every day?
And so we all need to communicate that. We need to share that with our family. It is real hard to do. I remember the first time I had to tell my mom, she was saying something about my dad. They broke up and, they had their issues and everything. And she was saying something bad about him. And I might have been about 30. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, Mom, it hurts my feelings when you talk bad about my dad.
Yeah.
You make me feel bad when you say something bad about my dad because I come from him. That's what I look at as to who I am. It's part of my identity, helps form my identity.
He was in your life?
Yeah. My whole life.
I've always been told I like my dad or my uncle, and they wasn't really in my life.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, because that's your blood, right? But I had to have that conversation with my mom, and that was scary to me. Like I had to go against what my mom says. You know what I'm saying? Because you grow up and your mom is everything, right? But then you have to realize like your mom is a human being and she makes mistakes. And she came up, like you said, your mom was learned how to be a mom from TV. You know, my mom came from a rough, broken home and she had to figure things out. She was a great mom, by the way. I'm not, you know, she wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? But I had to confront her. That was a scary thing for me. And that's what I think y'all got to do in those situations too, is confront. And it may not be a conversations. Maybe all you got is an email. All I got capacity for is an email. But I gotta let you know, like, this is how I really feel. This is how I hurt you. I'm not attacking you, but I want you to understand how I feel. And what I've seen a lot of times, I know some people that they be dogging their kids out pretty bad. When they are really confronted with that, they change behaviors. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not all the way, but they getting that. And so that's part of what we do as we become, we grown, we can help with our parents. We can show them the way that they didn't otherwise, because they grew up, they didn't have a playbook. They just going off of how their mom and dad did them. And they probably thinking, well, at least I don't do you like my mom did me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
My mom said that. Hey, my mom was raped by her, by my grandfather. He's still there.
That's another.
That's wild.
He ain't been there.
In the black homes, a lot of that goes on, and nothing gets addressed or had nothing. They didn't help us to move on.
That's the cost of silence.
He done ran
Emotional distance.
He ran 3 generations in our family. He done ran my auntie daughter, grandkid, great grandkid.
He's still around?
Yeah, ain't nobody killed him. But then they hit me the other day. I ain't calling grandma because I found out she was in the hospital. My dad told me, call her, man. So I called her. And she was like, you ain't never brought your daughter to us? Or sent us a picture? I said, that's pornography to your husband.
Ooh. Absolutely.
And I'm wrong. Well, they like, you wrong for that.
Right.
I'm like, bro, I don't like playing the odds game.
Absolutely not. I don't want children.
Yeah, I don't want to take my daughter to your house and then I go to the restroom. Well, let's say I fall down the stairs and get her.
Yeah.
And now y'all got to rush me to the hospital and we leave my daughter at the house.
Right.
And the next thing you know, she got life-altering issue because of your pedophile that we not going to call the police on.
The other thing silence does is it minimizes things, right? It's like it's not real, right? If we don't talk about it like that and we try to ignore that, oh, it wasn't that, he didn't really do this, he didn't really do that, then I'll have to deal with all that pain it causes. But the pain's there. It don't hand with it. So we are really bad at that too. We minimize those things, man. We got to talk about exactly what it is. So I'm glad you did it. Like, look, that's child pornography to your husband. Absolutely. Because she don't want to admit that. Because what does that say about her that she's with somebody that did all these terrible things?
Oh, definitely. And that's why it's hard for me to look at either one of them, and I'll be having empathy for my mom. But at a certain point too, I'll be like, all of us went through something, so and I ain't trying to minimize what nobody go through.
Right.
But we gotta deal with that. Like, I went through stuff. Yeah. But at a certain point I gotta deal with it. And now I make amends for it to make sure that I don't bleed on nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you know, yeah, bro, like I don't like silence.
Somebody trying
to definitely. I don't want to be silent. Like, old boy, they said the shit when we was at the father movement. The father conference. He said, my wife was raped, and so now we don't really have sex. I mean, you bleeding on your husband.
Yep.
Yeah.
You bleeding on your husband because of something that you went through.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you lucky that
you expecting him to stand up and be there for you and go through that.
I ain't go through that. He's going through something. You're taking something from him because something was taken.
You're causing him pain.
You causing him pain.
Yeah.
And you making him look at himself because you got to think, like, bro, as a man, like, one thing we got to feel is desire. Yeah, I think anytime when I cheated in my marriage, I cheated because I didn't feel desire. We went like 6 months without having sex, and then come find out we weren't further because you was knocking down people I was working with and homeboys that I was taking care of. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole episode right there. Yeah, we gotta touch on that. We gotta touch on that. There have been several things, man. Because it's a major problem. It's a major problem. It breaks up homes, right? And kids are affected by this. And some of this is because of that silence, right? Like, we don't address the things, right? And as men, when like you said, we gotta feel desire. When we don't feel desired, man, when I'm not feeling desired, it changes me. It really does. Like, it affects the way I move. It affects my mood tremendously,
Mhm.
right? Like I'm different when I'm not getting
No,
what I would like. Hey, I have some,
trust.
yeah.
Like my mama said, I look like what I'm going through. So to hear that, you know, you might not be desired, maybe because of what I'm going through was making me undesirable, but that shouldn't affect me, and I shouldn't be looking like what I'm going through. That's it, man.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, man, like, you know, if your mom is giving some balance, if she's giving you some positivity, you can receive those things as truth, right?
Yeah.
But if that's all you get from her, then you probably just dismiss some of that. Like, well, you know, you always got something bad to say. You always complain. That's amazing how you do that.
I can tell you right now, ain't no balance.
Yeah, we gotta have balance, man. And so that's something that as adults, I think, honestly, I think it's all on our generations to work that out because I don't think the previous ones are capable of it based on what they've been through.
No, definitely, and that's all like
Yeah, well,
yeah. That's why I'm just doing my best now to like be cognitive of how I do.
Yep.
Like even with my son saying what he said to you that day, it's like, we ain't wrestling no more.
Right.
But you know, if that makes you feel some way about it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's powerful, man. That's powerful. If we can admit we did something wrong with our kids, it teaches them so much.
Well, definitely.
They can go through and do the same things early because that's our problem. We come into relationships and we can't admit we did anything wrong, in which we do. So we're gonna have all these fights. But I think we gotta kind of come to a close here. We got a lot of footage to go through. We went deep on a lot of stuff, and I think there's more to be said. There's more to talk about, so I definitely want to have more of these conversations. This has been really good, man. This has been a really good conversation. I will close here. Actually, I'll give y'all parting comments, parting words. Anything you want to add? Close us out.
Only thing I got is you know, if you're going through silence and it's heavy on you, make sure you talk to somebody. Because, you know, I know a lot of people that have been killing themselves, committing suicide, and one thing I want people to know is that it's never really worth the suicide because it always get better. For every dark day I had a sunny one. And so, you know, just make sure that you taking care of your mental health, taking care of yourself, and don't be in silence when you could really just pay somebody $50. And they do have free programs. Chris can help you with that. If you come in, you know, we can make sure we find you some type of free program that you can come in with. But that's my thing, you know, take care of yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say $50. Like Wes said something free.
Yeah, for sure.
Speak up in the situation in that moment. Don't let it linger. Don't let it go past. A lot of times people put up their boundaries later on, and that ruins relationships. When you can just speak up in that moment and correct it then, so you won't get ran over or it won't feel weird later on.
I like that. So you put up a boundary, but you already let the enemy in, and now you build a fence up so he can't even get out. I love that. I mean, I hate it, but I love the way you said it. So what I would say is, yes, there are resources. Please find a safe space to talk to somebody because you can do even more harm if you find the wrong person to talk to, and you already know who they are. You know you shouldn't be talking to this person. Go ahead and take that extra step. Google something or reach out to us and find a safe space where you can talk to somebody. There's everything from therapy to therapeutic groups. Like ours is a therapeutic group. This has been therapeutic. Find spaces like this in which you can communicate with people and they're not going to hurt you or throw this back at you. Also, we do have resources for free therapy, completely free. So reach out to us if you want to talk to somebody. We can get that conversation started. We will close out. I'll say thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this conversation because you have been a part of this conversation. If you would like to join a conversation, you can always come to one of our groups or you can communicate with us simply through these media. So you guys have a great night. Appreciate you. God bless.